In 1848, many revolutions erupted across Europe, led by liberals demanding reform. These liberals wanted basic human rights and civil liberties, such as freedom of speech, press, and the right to vote. The liberals fought hard to achieve these, and many succeeded in changing their governments for a short period. However, nationalism, the unification of shared cultures into one group, impeded the spread and growth of liberalism. In the case of Prussia, France, and Austria, the liberal ideas were eventually stifled by a strong nationalistic government determined to stay in power.
Around this time, Prussia had aspirations of uniting the 38 German states into one large unified liberal nation, with itself at the lead. The agitation caused by the French Revolution of 1848 put the ideas of liberalism in the heads of German people. Artisans and factory workers joined with the middle-class liberals in a struggle against the monarchy. Frederick William IV, the King of Prussia, eventually gave in to some of the liberal ideas and promised to grant Prussia a liberal constitution and to unite German Confederation. However, several disagreements and war slowed down the process. In 1849, the National Assembly finally completed the liberal constitution and elected Frederick William as emperor of the new national state. But Frederick was not happy with the title, and he insisted he had to become king on his own terms, not because the National Assembly let him. In the end, the states did not unite, and the liberalism did not settle in.
Hey, Russia.
Austria.
How's it going?
Pretty good, you?
Pretty well. We have something that needs to be discussed.
What's that?
Germany. They are trying to unite and become an actual country.
Can they do that?
Normally you would think not, but they're almost getting there.
Oh.
If they unite, it's just...
That could end very badly.
Yeah. Just like this game. Checkmate.
Alright, Prussia, I invited you here today to talk about these German states. They're pretty strong, so I kind of thought we should unite with them.
That seems doable, but I'm gonna need some more human rights and possibly some liberalism. I wrote the Constitution, going through everything I need.
Yeah, but I'm king.
And?
I'm the king.
Oh, alright. Okay. And how about, I'll do you one more. You can be emperor.
No, I'm king. God gave me the right to be king, so it's just the way it goes.
But what about the Constitution and all that?
Guys! You aren't working well together at all. I can see that. I don't really think you guys should unite at all.
Woo! I agree!
Because you aren't working together as a country. That doesn't work when you don't work together. Then you get civil war and chaos and shenanigans, and nobody likes chaos and shenanigans.
No one!
So I don't think that you guys should become Germany. And you shouldn't unite with these guys. I mean, they're doing fine. Just let them be. Let them be.
Let them be.
I think we just won that.
Yeah!
During this time, Louis Philippe's monarchy was corrupt and selfish. When they refused to consider electoral reforms, the people of Paris revolted. The people, no longer tolerating a monarchy, declared a provisional republic headed by a 10-man executive committee. They immediately set about drafting a constitution, giving every adult male the right to vote and the slaves freedom, and the abolition of the death penalty. Within the revolutionary coalition, two groups emerged: the liberal Republicans, who believed they shouldn't change anything, and the radical Republicans, who believed France should adopt some sort of socialism. The radical Republicans proposed the establishment of permanent cooperative workshops, but compromised by making temporary workshops, which were eventually abolished. The abolition of workshops caused the working class to revolt, injuring more than 10,000 people. This revolt failed, and the Constituent Assembly completed a constitution featuring Louis Napoleon as the head of a strong new executive, consequently producing a semi-authoritarian regime. The liberal constitution was a failure.
With the excitement of the French Revolution flowing to the rest of Europe, Austria got a little stirred up. Liberals began to demand a constitution, civil liberties, and freedom from oppressive monarchies. The revolution began in Hungary, where nationalism took the reins. However, the coalition of revolutionaries was highly unstable when it came to nationalism due to the many diverse and clashing cultures that were part of the empire at the time. This clash of cultures made nationalism impossible and weakened the coalition. The idea of a liberal revolution was eventually destroyed. The monarchy eventually took power again with the help of conservative aristocratic forces. The liberal revolution in Austria was a failure.
monarchy. They suck. I don't like them. They're jerks. I believe we Austrians, if we work together and we use this constitution here, we can get the rights that humanity deserves. And so we can be liberal and national.
Whoa! Hey! I'm Romania and I want my own rights. Thank you.
Hey, no, what about Hungarian rights? What about me?
What about me? What about Serbia?
What about Serbia?
Come at me!
It's a good idea. Concept, I guess.
Between the political disinterest of farmers, the determination of aristocracies and monarchies, and the loyalty of most armies, the liberal ideals were thoroughly crushed, with numerous casualties in many countries. The newly strengthened monarchies of Prussia, France, and Austria, as well as their nationalistic followers, simply had to swoop in and pick up the pieces of their collapsing nations to reassert their authority and distinguish the revolutionary flame.